Mayroong tagnayang programa ang city government nga mga tagitin sakay para hindi magkanda ng mga pasahero. So tama niyo ito. Gusto kayo ulan. Gusto kayo sakay. Matupay ang mga libuliron.
Ingna'ng Mayor.
Kami mga manindahay diri nga mga gilagmay ra lagi dotan ka. Bilang kautangan na lang, kausla na lang, gamay lang ang tubo. Patay dagang requirement kay di ba may kumpleto. Amo landing area labi ani.
Ingna'ng Mayor.
Samo kay ganang hugot ka wa sila na layo kung asa napit ang kanan ko alam mo na bike tanila magka nakasugat-sugat di happy ka sodo na nga kanang motor na sodo dito madagdag sa sakyanan sa mga traffic. So why klaro nga kuan ba pag-asay mo exit ang lang sana ba.
Ingna'ng Mayor.
Noel.
Oh, Ingna'ng Mayor.
Asa dyan kaning Singapore like Cebu City sa?
All aware.
Ingna'ng Mayor.
Can I take a look at his face?
Sugod na ta? Okay. Sure, when gusto makigmutan-aw si Mayor sa imuhang now. But anyway, sugod na ta sa ato ang programa Ingna'ng Mayor. Mayong hapon sa tanan ug sa ato ang mga kasubo. Welcome din sa programang Ingna'ng Mayor. And of course, kauban nato ang dili gyud mo absent sa iyahang programa, Cebu City Mayor Mike Rama tuaron sa the land down under Australia. Mayong hapon, Mayor Mike.
Ngayong hapon sa tanan, Vilma, apil sa mga technical and of course, the man, Sherwin Idiota.
Yes, naana. Ang imuhang gipangita nga si Sherwin Idiota. Bida Mayor Mike, una sa tanan, pangumustahon na mo ang imuhang bakasyon. Di na, di ka nangalagkalag sa Australia.
Mo naging alag, kalag-kalag, pero sige, monitor. I was connecting with the Colonel Thunder or Colonel kaninging na to Irenaeus, di ba, Thunder, lalugdog sa wonderful performance sa tuang kapolisan. And then, of course, with Philip Saprasad at the helm of being the in charge of our public safety and order sa aning matter, especially on uplan kalag-kalag.
You might be away, Mayor Mike, pero ang imuhang mga gipangbilin diri nihimo gyud sa ilahang mga trabaho. When in fact, ang Cebu City Police Office kadtong dihay ko nakakita ka niadtong nag-viral nga mga tulisan nga nitulis sa usa ka coffee shop dinha sa sa Dakbayon sa Subo. Nadakpan dayon.
Ambot nahurot na baka pamatay usa o nahurot na bata.
Napay usa nga giawhag nga mo surrender.
Should be. Di na undangan nila ni kaning manatad nila ni Janet o under sa leadership ni Colonel Ireneo Thunder. Should be. Di na undangan nila ni kaning
mga atag o mga title at Bitaw Mayor Mike, sa imuhang pagbakasyon din ha sa Australia, nga kayo ang kuan ba na interest.
Di na undangan nila ni
kaas-taas ni ang atag o mga title at Bitaw Mayor Mike, sa imuhang pamilya ba ni ang imuhang kauban din ha, Mayor? Or
as of now, kami pa kunya kwanto sila magbahin-bahin. So, eventually, mga buta to. Kanya mag-abot kami. Makakita rin mo na sa picture nga, mag-abot pitanan or kaning picture nga naayot sila.
Okay. But at the same time, Mayor, dili lang ni purely a family vacation, but at the same time, mo entertain ba ka o mga official function gihapon?
If you're talking about official pang, wala ko yung official pang schedule. But depende,
Okay.
we do not know. Ang pinaka-importante nga give us a chance. Kay kinirong umaabot nga tuig, dire-diretso na siya. Dire-diretso na. Di na siya basta-basta nga tuig nga kanang ulos-ulos kundi kuan na focus ta na kay daghan pa kayong tiwason.
Dili ni pagpasip-sip, Mayor Mike, pero sa ako ang pagkakita nimo through Zoom, nindot kay ka og aura. Kay kag now. Wow.
Parabuyang,
In other
parabuyang.
words, boy kay kag now, Mayor.
Sa tinuod. Mo na kabinta basta focus lagi kong bakasyon yun. Makatuog na ko anang wow, gali usay no ibi pa. So, mo na siya kabinta basta bakasyon na ato istoryahan.
Okay. Mayor Mike, arena ta sa mga
Hmm.
issues nga angay nimo
Sige.
tubagon. Una sa
Sure.
tanan, mahitungod sa MCWD. Tungod kay human ka nga niluwat sa imuhang dismissal order ngadto ni kanhi Councilor Joey De Luz ug at the same time imong gi appoint o gipapanumpa ang bag-o nga mga board sakop sa board sa MCWD nagdumiling
Mhm.
si Attorney De Luz sa pagbakit sa iyang posisyon ug iyang gi-question ang imuhang pagtudlo sa tulo, namely si retired Major General Mel Feliciano being the chairman ug sila si Attorney Tutul Batuhan ug si Mr. Yuvalius Nelson isip bag-o mga sakop sa board. Adding that ang imuhang taktak nila ug ang pag-appoint niining bag-o nga mga sakop sa board walay authority gikan sa luwa.
Nalato ng punan kay magsitag istorya ng kanang way authority kay naa sila authority sa ilang pag-perform na klaro man ang ilang mga kibuhat ato naman ang gitagaan jud og pagtagad o we just exercise also that belongs to the mayor and also already and likewise clear na sa balaod even by court decision nga the power to appoint also include the power to remove. And naa na may mga rason nga maghuwat pamantag luwa kung ang luwa I do not know kung they are also performing their function looking at what's going on in the real world when it comes to the water situation and especially on the management of MCWD. Kay mismo ang lawyer ang mga GOCC, klaro man i-highlight. So di na lang kumupuno pa nga na-adjoy administrative, even criminally actionable ang mga gibuhat diha anang gingalan na to management led by the MCWD board.
Pero ang tiniklarohon, Mayor Mike, ni action ba or gidedma sa luwa ang imuhang recommendation? Or
Di
no,
na
it's
lang
not a
mapuno pa.
recommendation but an order using them.
Di na lang tamo istorya pag gididma sila rin motubag ana anong inana o kinsa may ni na magunay mga tadhana ba nga ni adto dali ra kayo pag abot karon dugay man nga klaro man kayo ang pundasyon sa ato ang mga move ito man pamanggalita at the beginning ang tinatanaw na to nga with the exigency of the time. Kaya naanay mga bidding diyan ng panghitabo. Di kinahanglan huwaton pa nato basi niya mag-additional pa o kanabang ato bangunon nga mga gingalan na to dili eksakto sa pamaagi. So now the mayor with all attendant mandated as a mayor, I have to exercise that authority. Therefore, ang pasabot ana, di lang ko sila magpabagag naong. Nga magpabaga man sila naong sa may kupta nila diya. Wala na, I do not have that I do not have trust and confidence. Precisely, wala lang kay confidence sa mga tao nga you have that power by law to appoint and also to remove. Nga nung pugson magyud nila kakos usa may naa diha.
Ningon ka, Mayor, nga dili na lang unta sila magpabaga, pero as things is developing, ang imuhang gitaktak nga mga opisyal dinha sa MCWD na ang gihapon. What ba ni conflict unya, Mayor Mike? And can the new board act on their own now in spite of the presence ni
They
ini
should.
imong gitaktak nga mga opisyal?
They should. That's why on top of the situation now, Attorney Colin Rosell, also supported by Attorney Jeron Castillo, and with the city attorney and all the battery of lawyers that Attorney Colin, in fact, including the RBTA of my son. On the other hand, at the same time, they ought to be moving forward. I do not want to be telling what we have talked about before we put all this in action. But they ought to be working already to a direction for a full performance of the new set of the MCWD board.
Okay. Mayor Mike, di ay mga pipila ka mga sakop sa Swell nga gustong mo pasupot sa ilahang mga pangutana nga nimo. Atong
Go ahead.
atong i-acknowledge ang taga-Rappler, Mayor Mike, si John, si Chon
Sige.
John.
John?
Hello, Mayor. Hope all is well sa inyo.
Yes.
Narami specific questions with regards to the authority of the city to be able to issue the order to remove si lawyer Jose Daluz. Because based on the LUA memo, the LUA have the authority to appoint and remove members. I just want to know where does the Cebu City come in terms of legalities sa pag-remove sa previous members?
I'm telling you, it's been already well-founded. The mayor has the authority to appoint and also the authority to remove. Una nga, along that foundation, Jan? Yeah, we've been waiting for LUA to do their job. And the exigency of the time, plus what is going to happen, we have to bring in what we call the authority of the mayor to protect, and I'm talking about protect, otherwise we will all be in total jeopardy having an MCWD board going through anything that has already been proven and even, shall we say, findings that they have gone beyond what ought to be, which, as I said at the beginning, which constitute a loss of confidence. And I have been very insistent that the chairman, which now included the two, made it three, I have lost my confidence in them. And being the mayor, having lost their confidence, I will have to move, especially with the situation that LUA took so long. And we cannot just put water matter in jeopardy and then possible, and now finding of fraud, finding of irregularities to continue. And especially there is a schedule, as I was being intimidated bidding. And that bidding is very important. We cannot just have another departure of what the laws ought to be complied with.
Thank you, Mayor. Taking these facts into considerations, we also want to ask additionally, why did we appoint a man to represent the women's sector for the MCWD board?
No, there is no such thing as prohibition for that. There is no such thing. Because any man can represent a woman and a woman can represent a man.
Okay. Mayor, one last question lang. In the near future, does the city plan to work with private agencies, companies to further develop the MCWD and operations?
As the way the city government, all private sectors are always welcome if it can help, shall we say, expedite public service. So private sector will always be a part, because in my ideology as well as philosophy, much less advocacy, ang philosophy na ko is people privately driven governance. So therefore, it will always bring a very important facet of public service, the presence of public sector. John, if one given example, that third bridge, which is the longest bridge, 8 kilometers, there's no money from the national government, neither money from the city government. It is a very important arrangement, which is the PPP situation. So anything of that direction can always be a welcome development, especially if it can bring efficiency, effectiveness. Why not? Why not? Why do we have to be too inclusive, exclusive, when the name of the game now is people's participation, private participation, and that will not be a far-fetched thing to look forward to.
Thank you, Mayor.
Welcome.
Daghan kayong salamat dyan sa Rappler. So, Mayor Mike,
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
So, what will happen, Mayor? Although you have the authority, dili na question, ila lang gidify. So, whatever actions that the old members of the board will do, asa man na, dili na kami now, or what will happen?
Ang pinaka-importante, first, ailan ko na sila pabagaa sa ilang mga naong. Wala namang ko'y kumpiyansa nila, magbuot man sila, og lingkod diha, sa maginaa diha. Number 2, sila may makatabang, dili ang mayor may matabang. Kaya kung ang mayor, pasagdan lang ko na sila, paninglan ko sa katawan, nga nugudang nagpasagad, ako lang gialaw, kibalo man tangan na ay concern diha. Di na lang ko mo highlight kay may kaya na pagkasulti ni adto pa. Taas kaya na nga istorya. May kaya mo hanay ana si Attorney Jeron Castillo, no? Ug si Attorney Colin Rosell. So ang importante karon, nami buhaton, alam sila pabili ba silang kaugalingon na naa sila gahom. Kaya ang gahom nila gikan man na sa pag-appoint. Wala na lagi ko'y kumpiyansa nila. Gaana po sila charge ni adto, gani, medyo ko magunaw na unta pag-remove. Pero later on, naaman na yung mga panghitabo na pwerte ng dili basta-basta na i-ignore lang. Samot na yun nga na umaabot ng mga kalihukan, pasagdan na sila silang gusto sa ending. Ang ending dia, it will become too prejudicial and it will bring public interest in jeopardy. So I am exercising
Okay.
power belonging to the mayor, and that is also dili lang kay ordinaryo nga power, also recognized by the local government code in line with police power, public policy, public health, because all of this, water is life.
Pero Mayor, please explain to us, while you have that power, ang imuhang power still needs, I suppose, or I would say, the conferment of law. Because imo pa man nga iduso ngadto sa law ang imuhang order for law to act on it. But it seems that law is not doing on your order to remove these officials.
Ay kaya na pagkasultiha. Kisa na may hawde karon ang luwa or ang mayor. Muna
Yes,
si pangutana. O sa may giputihan sa luwa. Ang tinibok ang siyudad Cebu o sa manang luwa. Elected na sila, appointed. So, ana diha ang istorya. Kay inig-abot sa eleksyon, di man sila mo akong kaatbang ba? So, ang ending diha karon, we are talking now of a mandate given to a mayor. And there is a situation where the mayor has to act. Otherwise, if he will just allow things to pass, it will also be something which is more of tako kanang tubagunon sa mayor. Na mga tinuntong na hitabo as it was being investigated. Therefore, mahitabo for a while ha. Okay, dahil sa maling na may lisod. Okay, go ahead. Kaya na lisod.
Yeah.
So, marugi na balik kita sa istorya. Mahuwat na sa luwa. May kitrabaho ang luwa. So, balik na sa responsibility sa mayor. Kaya ang mayor may paninglan sa katawan. Di man na may mong iuyon lang tungod kay na iluwa. Magpadayon lang ang mga alleged nga nakita nga di mao. Sumusud yun ang gobyerno through the office of the mayor under the mandate and he spell out na. He appointed and he has the right to remove.
So, unsa na lang na, Mayor, for formality's sake lang, just to inform lawa, FYI lang mo lawa ha, ni-act
Yeah.
na ang mayor by the power
Dapat.
vested in him. So,
Dapat.
regardless kung mo-act mo o dili,
Dapat,
call ni sa mayor.
of course, hindi matatagusto mabuhat anak kung nitrabaho pasad sila paspas. Somewhere there na ay mga di na lang tamupuno pa kay taas na kay istorya na ay sa diri sa lokal na skirmishes dito sa ibabaw wala na sa skirmishes na. So karon nga mahumaning tanan, then I will now assert as the mayor of the city of Cebu to perform that function.
Okay. So, Mayor Mike, I would like to ask your reaction, sir, niining mga observations and
Go ahead.
analysis sa uban nga kining imong pagtakta karon ni Dalus and the rest kuaning pamulitika ni because you are being threatened by Dalus to eventually be running against you.
No. I would even ganang him running. No. That is far-fetched. That is very far-fetched. Kanang intention ni Joey, neto po mana. May makapugong ana ba? Anong mapugong man ko? Ambition can never be stopped. It belongs and it's a personal choice. But acting on something that is with valid ground is also belonging to a responsible officer of the government elected by that manner. Di ba niingon ko, the word tak-tak is a misnomer. I would like to emphasize, because to start with I learned all of this, that it is, gingalan ako, the temperature of irregularity which is being alleged is rising, then what is it behoves upon me to do something. What was the action I did? It was not removal. The word is incorrect when you say removal because I only downgraded. I only downgraded. Maybe ang ubaw ay kalibaw na. I had a meeting. Wa diha si chairman, wa diha. Diha ang taga MCWD. And then the story is the chairman has to be out as the chairman, but be kept as a member. And then even another one was elevated as chairman. And even asked, din ako mag-istorya kayo, masikat na sa mga tao uban ba? Ang pinaka-importante, wamanamay na yun. So si man, aggravated na noon, nanumbra na noon, dagan na noon kaya nadunggan na ito ng mga istorya. Even mga mayor sa Lapu-Lapu, mayor sa Mandawi, o yan naapay problema with kanirong issue sa Carmen. Obviously, what is left to the mayor of the city of Cebu is no other than sila may wala musugot atong sitapa. Wala musugot sila sa sitap. Sila naman yung magbuot noon. Muna ingon ko di na ni Mao. So we further move, and that's where we did the so-called, what we call, if you look at it, naabot pamanggali ko sa MCWD, numdum ka, I had a visitation there. Then, mangutana ko sa mga tao, I have documentation. Kaya gaduha, looking at the whole thing, relying na aning luwa, uy, kung sumabakabutanga, na ay may mga nangitabo sa luwa, o may nagawas. So therefore, I have to do this move abot pamanggali ko sa which is for the good of the city of Cebu. Dili gyud kanang treated, matreaten ko taong ko. Matreaten ko. So tritinan ako. Wala oy. I am not treated. Kitangtang na ko ng panagiusa. Kitangtang na kong kusog when I declared as an independent mayor. Last, you look at it, June of this year, no? I have already declared as an independent mayor. Hindi na lang ko may istorya pa sa political picture. Kaya mabalik nga ta sa panahon nga kanang I will just, gilan, there will come a time aron ipakita na ko ng dokumento pamamatay si Edgardo Labilla. Nagbuhat na sila ilang direksyon. The roadmap for victory for 2022 to be signed in 2021. Kana siyang dokumento, makita lang ni mo daan. Mismo diyan na diyan word MCWD. Di na sana ko na ipakita ni mo. Abangan ang susunod. Na diya, mga items na. Nakakuha ba ka filma?
Yeah.
Yeah. In another time, we will be able to bring that very important document. Pirmado man ang dokumento ha. Wala ko mo pirma. Ngano mo pirma man ko nga. Kuha mo itong dokumento ha. Kanang isud matas laang.
Okay.
Pero
But first, you are considerate.
Yes. That's what I'm telling you. There never was a word removal. I want to be so sure. Kaya basig sa ganabag yung mga kanabang nasa hangin, sa kahanginan nga, nag-istorya diretso, pero makaibaw sa pagsugod. There was never an intention on the part of Mayor Mike Rama to remove the chairperson. It only to downgrade karon kay naman ko'y historical in terms of gratitude. Di man ko tao nga garapal nga kibaw sa ko unsay effect sa removal from the human relation kaning aspect. It's only downgrading. So member gyapon ng chairman, lagi lang pag-una ang
Sa imo
chairman.
pagka-considerate siguro, Mayor Mike, na sobrahan. Yeah. Sa imo pagka-considerate siguro, Mayor, na sobrahan, sa mo nang there was, kuan siguro, an attempt to abuse.
No, it was not. It was not. It was the need of the time.
Okay.
It was the need of the time. And then, of course, that there have been situations that it progresses. Bear in mind that I'm a lawyer. I'm not only a lawyer, a labor, then a corporate and a government exposed elected official. So I've been in too many situations, even including strike in the labor front. So this is not a new thing for me when you talk about such a thing as the word as impasse. So this is something that I've been into years, and you were still very, very, very tender at that time.
So again, Mayor Mike, it is settled. The mayor has spoken. Based on sa ilahang buhaton, the new board will start to function.
Should function, and anything that the incumbent, they said, for me, they're out. They should be out. There's no moment they should stay. That's why my mandate now, I do not want to do what I call telegraphic move, but it is now incumbent upon the direction that I have set before I left. And we talk about this. There was even a time that we already have awaiting LOA, but LOA is not doing the job. This time, they should make a move. Otherwise, as I said, and I would like to repeat, I am the elected mayor mandated to protect my constituency, and water is life, and we must now do what ought to be done. I do not want to be accused of sitting on my right, and all these alleged irregularities will be unabated.
Okay. Mayor Mike, mutapon ko og lain nga issue.
Go ahead.
Nakahurat na ang kadaghanan or ang tanan ng yun nga mga nidaog sa SK ug sa barangay elections. You declared yourself an independent mayor karon nga dunay napili nga mga bag-ong napili og nasublian nga mga opisyal sa barangay. Will you still remain being an independent mayor or duna na kay i-endorso o suportahan nga mga kandidato unya for the ABC and the SK?
Very good question. First, by being an independent mayor again, ako nang i-highlight, wala na panagiusa o wala na kusog. Karon dili tama abot atong dokumento nga ato niya ipakita in appropriate time.
Okay.
Okay? Number two,
Thrilling
that
yan ang
being,
dokumento ha, Mayor.
Thrilling
Kayo na dokumento.
Thrilling na ako nang gipang sa recopy na nasa kong bolt. Thrilling ka na. Now, part na sa basis na ko that I have to declare independence. But being an independent mayor, I am na niadto na SM ang ko. Dili kay SM SM suspended mayor. Pagkawa na EM ko, ascended mayor. No? Pagkawa na EM ko, elected mayor. Then, pagkumala na, in-up na ko independent mayor, I am na. No? Pagka ng independent mayor, ako nang gi-highlight dito pa sa Boracay. Nga, ito naka-item ha. What is an independent Mayor Mike Rama? Number one, kaning pro God, pro people. Ang ikatulo, gusto na ang mga dili sincero. No? Ika-apat, inapon mental dishonest. No? Ikalima, we confront really mapitan nangihata o plunder. Ambot sanay lihok sa ombudsman. Aturo ko nang imbitahon dia ang ombudsman. Ngayon di man na sila mulihok pati sa plunder. Now, on the other hand, kaning apelya muning we wanted to have a Cebu City Singapore light, of which it can cross ocean and even become global, international, then national, People's Progressive Radio Media Network, where you are. Then the last is, I still have a party. The party is People Progressive Partido Barog Team Rama. Yung kanang barog nga Team Rama nga party, it's a registered party. Most of those who are now in the council, they filed the certificate of candidacy under, let's say, PDP Laban, but ang amo ang pare-penillas yun, naagyo ng Partido Barog, wala mawa na. So much more nga, ang partido karon nga registered and accredited by COMELEC, it's a Visayas party. And that is Partido Barog. Muna siya ang kaning party. Pasabot, naan ang party, wala inguntang independent. Na, abot ron sa gunian, sa SK. Ang posisyon ako ng SK, I've been in contact with Edo, because he's the congressman. Then, perhaps I will also call Congresswoman kaning Cutie Delmar, and with sila si Joy, Sapra, mga elders sa Team Rama, Partido Barog, pasud mag-anak ko, kung mahimo, of course, including Raymond Garcia, as from Raymond Garcia. Then, I am bringing, aron makakam up yun taon, pro people, or kaning hingalan na to, youth power ba, kaning Bilma, youth power karon nga dili na to ni sila i-appeal sa kanang sobra kay politika mo na. I am glad na i-appeal sa Jewish na mo involved ani nga mahimo. Let's do away with much divisive election, but rather we'll get into the bottom, so we call it consensus. Kung may istorya na, and there is north, south, east, west, central, iipon na sila, and then submit it with me, or sila mismo, mayroon na sila nga nagkasinabot na, karon dili na tamusod pa, mabot ron sa eleksyon na sad. Pag ulagali nag-eleksyon sa barangay, mag-eleksyon na sad sa SK, niya pati kay tanawon, masudlan na sa politiko, ineksod sa politiko, I don't know, I wish, why kwartang involved? Now, ineksod sa kwartang involved, sa maning kalakiha, ang atong mga batanon, na mauna ni mahimong leader ni MJ, mahimong leader ni Ingna'ng si Ido, si mong anak kasi Mano, mga anak sa mga konselors, na may mga apo. It's about time we set kaning ingalan atong barba. Sabi na, under this kaning atong concept, Singapore like Cebu City, nga ang ato karong sangguniang kabataan really will work. Dili kay pagsugod pa lang daan, nanay north, nanay south, nanay partido, ang partido. So kung mahimo, let's not talk about Team Rama, let's not talk about Partido Barog. It's now the youth power. Let the youth power comes to play. Diba kang ano? Kaysa amo ang kaning relationship with sangguniang kabataan, with Riz, Jessica, at the help, nindot kay ang among relationship kaning Bill. Wala yun na, kibalo na sila nga. Kada ingon nila, they wanted to have support from the mayor, I give to them. Wadyo kay pangutanag, diin mo gikan, usang partido, pagdagan ako, pagka-mayor, wala. Kanang, I propagated to them, let's kanang improve the bar. Let's improve the standard. So that, level up. The word is, let's level up. No, let's level up. Let's enhance. Kunya ka nangingalan na to o ganun. Facelifting ba? So that with a Singapore like Cebu City, iba ang Cebu City. Iba ang tatak Cebu City. Nga kita, nihatag yun opportunity na mag-abot ang mga youth. Sila na, and then tabangan sa mga elders with even Nestor Archibald being there, Franklin Ong being there. If Miriam would want to get involved, let's all bring so that we would be able to have. Di lang gusto tayo mag-istorya 2025. Kaya mag-abot pa lang yapon sa 2025 pa. Napamagali umaabot ng barangay. But let's bring what the youth deserve. And what the youth deserve, batanon ko, akong doon kabuk anak, Bilma, I treated them with respect. They can speak to me. They can argue with me. And I never said, you follow your father. But there was a time na mag-discussion me, ako nga ipasabot nila. Pagguwat lang mo, madako na mo, then judge kung ang akong advice niyo eksakto pagdili. At the end of the day, lipay kay ko, they grew up, they have God, moral values, and then they also have what I call, kanang gingalan na to, maturity level. So na sila Ginoo, na sila good manners and right conduct, na pag sila kanang gingalan na to, mga Bible stories. So kini siya, I wish na kining mga batanon, di na to paapila na tag, we have enough of that, Yeah, sayang magkakakumpirming kantahon. Sa manang kanta na ko, greatest love of all. I believe that children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. So pag-teach na to, ato silang i-influence. So ano to pag-teach? Pugso na to sila. Let them speak up. Let them think for themselves. And let's remove the political influence over them. Muna siya diya ang SK. That is what I wish SK as mayor of the city of Cebu. Having, kaya napadete wasunon sa SK, kanang gingalan og youth center. With Jessica at the helm, we are, I think, almost 60% na youth center diha sila. Nga binas la kinahanglan, mangadto pa sa kanang gingalan og duol kayo sa paning with the influence of mga barangay elected official, but rather they can convene, they can stay in one room, and that is the room, and that belongs to the youth, so that the youth will definitely be the future of this country.
But will you be hands off with the ABC?
Yeah, I know, ABC, no, it's a different thing. The ABC have already been very clear. That's why I was telling Edu, and I was telling everybody, about na kung bugoy na, pag ikantog, lingaw kay Guardian niya. But anyway, let me finish. When we had this barangay election, I'm very proud that I have a very good relationship, not only with my group, I also have a very good relationship with Nestor Archibald, so with Franklin Ong, and the rest of the minority. Because ako may idaran in terms of political exposure karon diha sa siyudad Cebu. Therefore, kibalukog unsay mga ramification kung puy-an dyan na itong politika. Niya, ako naman ang gibalik-balik nila. You've said it, let's level up. No? Instead of sobra kayong kapolitiko, mag-focus na ta sa SSS Cup. Baba ka sa SSS Cup? Letter S is servanthood. Another S is stewardship. Then another S is shepherding. Then CUP, custodianship, overseership, partnership. Ato ng mga mantra na we are bringing it to all barangay officials. Kaya kung ilan na siyang puy-an, kung niya mo do away sila sa traditional politics ba, well, so ang ending yun na to, we serve people without distinction. At the end of the day, isa may mabenefited, ang kinabag ang katawan. Muna'y mabenefited. Ang kinabag ang katawan, muna'y mabenefited. So I wish Kanang dapita diha. Misturya ka, kisa may ako kandidato. I've been telling them frankly. And that is Franklin Ong. If you're talking about, kaya namin may sabot dun sa una, anak. Hala, karon di na magubot aning eleksyon na, kabantay ka, na mag-violence. May violence. Because we started on a platform of professionalism. We started on bringing to all, kapila ko mag-meeting anak nila. Tanana, why distinction nga focus mo sa plataforma. Ayaw mo anang labayay o gupanay. Kaya kung maghuman mo, ang umpanya mo, paghuman, silingan mo, di na mo magtagaray. Unya, kaila mo nga nag-away. Parinti mo nga nag-iyahay. Yan, mag-asawa mo, nagbuwagay. Tungod lang sa ginganlan o na po kaadlaw nga kampanya. Pero di maguto na po good. Kay pag-file sa Certificate of Candidacy, so good na dito ang pagpaila ng kandidato ka. Muna siya nga, when you talk about sa kaning ABC, I was very clear that na ay mga barangay nga walay mga kontra. Now, muna akong forma, why not sa may problema ni Franklin Ong, nga si Franklin Ong ABC naman na. Ikadua, sa may problema ni Franklin Ong, kakana nagtabangan na mo. Panahon pa sa, si Franklin was very instrumental. Panahon sa unsa pa? Panahon pa sa COVID. Sundan sa vaccination. Hanto nag-audit. Wala yun na mawa siya sa akong filming pagpangayo o tabang. Tabang yun kay kung dili gumatabang ang tanang barangay, ubit na siya ascendancy being the ABC president. Now, kung may problema siya sa pagdaa sa ABC, and now he has been elected again, and then the mayor is bringing him to be much as possible na kumain mo pagali, let's do away again. Okay? May tabo ko diya pag niadto na kandidato si Kwan, kung siya may tabo. Kinunggong ko na mga butangawi. Papagali, magsugod ang atong pag-expect sa mga barangay kapitan. Wala na divide na. So where will the division bring us to? So ang ako niya, I was telling Edo, mahimo ang ABC gikan sa North, then ang Vice gikan sa South, yung magsabot lagot. Pila man ni kabuok ba? Mamana sa League of Cities, I became president because we have the set up in the league which is called consensus and secret balloting. Nuhana. And then of course, that time, wala may move na mag-secret balloting. The move was get as much, and then I was able to more or less secure the blessing from the president. So I started my move. Although there were some moves along the way, pero nag-fizzle to, kaya wa man ko mo surrender. Until I was able to secure 80 barangay, 80 mayors signature. Pag umana na, presentar na mo sa kaning salvise sa kaning plenary, gi-concur sa kumilik o election, kumilik kaning katunggada, mga kumilik officials, then I was given the recognition as the new president of the League Cities of the Philippines because I was able to garner 80, over one half of the 149.
Okay. So the ABC election, Mayor Mike, will be uncontested for Franklin Ong.
If I will have my own way, if the barangay captain will respect the mayor, and then my own group, which is, I always claim the original Team Rama Partido Barong kung ila pang girespetahan. So that's how I wish, because that is my commitment to Franklin Ong. Na di na to ni lubugon ni store, bangin na to ning eleksyon karon sa barangay, total na mo inyong kaugalingong kapitan, pwede sa nang unama, I can work with them, and mga barangay kapitan sa grupo namo, that you can work with them, and we can work with each other. And this will all be good for good governance, less politics.
Okay. Mayor Mike, sa laing bahin, na po laing controversy sa imuhang pagbakasyon din sa Australia. Kaya wala na kuno yung mga security guard sa Cebu City.
Very good. Very good. Di na sa ko mo highlight. Tibason pa na nila ang ilang trabaho unon. No, ang ako karon magpresko na sila, survey na makadiha, ipapresko na sa tinuod na. Kay di ko mag-una-una. Gusto na ko na manadia si Don Ontiveros, no? Na dia si Colin Rosell, unya hopefully na ang ato ang mga with respect about security agency. Pa na si ato ang mga in charge diha, which include Jung Alcover, who knows very much about security. Ako, bamakan ako gikan mo ko sa British Group and Company. Samot na, kibaw kay kung unsay issue, unsay mga ramification when it comes to security. Kinahanglan ka ng security, but for all intent and purposes, na-adyo kay trust and confidence. Ang magbutang kay security diya, and you're sleeping with enemies for that matter. So, ang trust and confidence, di na lang gumupuno anak, basig mo abot na sa tag, mga ginganlan na itong dili mao nga mga nadunggan na kong istorya. So sila say mo, ato bang anak, di na tuhot dun sa Ingna'ng Mayor. Kung di nila kaya, ako nasan.
May trigahas ako, Mayor. You were talking about trust and confidence. So today, na ay something fishy with security agency?
Kaya na imong mata na, kaya imong mata ba? Di na sana ko na sana kay balumang ka nga kaning word nga trust and confidence. Nagay kay security niya. Wa kay dili ka mamahimutang ba? Ngano man, uy, tanaw na to kasi may mga tagiya ani, ana ba? O sa may mga istorya ani. Pero ako no, bila may gibayad ani. Pila ni kabuok. Asa man sila? Butangin na nga ang makasulti na kay gipato man sana. Ako ang plus Gordon na mao si Attorney Colin Rosell. So sila mo ay makaistorya tarong anak niya na pasal siya. I believe, as I told you, the mayor is not alien to about security agency. Nga na si John Alcover samot na, balokan na nanay ilang kaugalingong security agency. So, let's not kanabang preempt nining Ingna'ng Mayor karong adlaw.
So you wouldn't want to sleep with an enemy?
Definitely, why should I be sleeping with the enemy? Next.
Mayor Mike, sa laing bahin, unsa na development, Mayor Mike, sa CCMC?
CCMC. Before I left, we had I have full trust and confidence actually ni kanang AAA president sa Sinulog Foundation. Tried and tested, I call it that, tried and tested when it comes to my partnership 25 years ago in the person of Ricky Dakay. And I would like to leave it to Ricky Dakay with Bo Marquez, and of course, overseen by Plus Gordon. And there are personalities there which include Joy Pisquera, Peter Mancao, and if you talk about it, even including Ayan Asamal, plus Henry Tumalabkam. Istorya na galing ka o Henry Tumalabkam, human resource man na. Istorya ka Ayan Asamal, DGS man na. Ang istorya ka o Peter Mancao, preventive medicine na Peter Bangkaw, PM. Mo na ito ang medical director. Now, istorya ka Bubarkes, mo na trusted ni, suggested by, which I concurred by Ricky Dakay to be, and Bubarkes is an electrical, mechanical engineer na doon na iya. No, si Bubarkes. Hence, magkasinabot na sila, technical, technocrats, plus Joy is to see to it, I was telling Joy, to whatever money maabot dito si CCMC from the city government, okay, to the last centavo, iya maginantukion, and looking beyond ang CCMC, hopefully by November next year, it will now be functional. Functional naman na siya karon ba? Wala galing na atbang. Oo. Ang importante rin mo is, I can assure them, as I was telling them, the Cebu Medical Society, mo na ingalan og depositary, keeping the money. And there will be money. And for as long as, trust your mayor, because it will not reach my pocket. It will be kept by Cebu Medical Society. And there is a setup where it can be faster, very fast, for as long as transparency and accountability should be observed. It will be finished, as they have been telling me, by February next year, ang 10th floor mahuman. And at the same time, ang Operation Smile, it will also be, hopefully, ma-finish na sa ng area niya by kaning February next year. So, for all intent and purposes, as I've said it, we will be finishing CCMC under the kanang katong gipangutana ni John. Will there be a private sector participation? Yes, it will be focused on private participation. Kaya naman tayo programa niya na Joy Pisguera is very much also on top, assigning, no? We call it the naming rights. That's why I thank Joy Pisguera, I thank Ricky Dakay, I thank Peter Bangkaw, Colin Rosil, the overseer, and Bubarkes, and the rest, including Ayan, to really be on top of the situation, and even others who might be needed, especially on the other side. And I am thanking Joe Poblete, also on top with Dax Arcilia, aron ang atbang diya sa CCMC, na mag-ground zero na na, overdue na kanang fire department, kanang old opisina sa Sitom, and LTO will be out. And of course, in due time, ang kana sa diyang terminal sa province should also be not anymore there, because that is not in line with our ordinance, that there shall be no terminal already at the heart of the city of Cebu. And that will have to be somewhere. It's a choice of the governor. Would they want to be at SRP, Tumoy, or wherever na, kanang it becomes feasible. Kaya ang terminal sa north, naman diha sa SM, di ba? SM kaning city. So there can be also a terminal somewhere, but of course, which is very much proximate to Talisay.
Because Mayor, si Dr. Peter Bangkaw was saying ang kwarta na ana, but wala
Yes.
pa feedback from the city attorney's office as to the study sa MOA between the city and Cebu Medical Society.
I have already made it very clear. Very clear. Kanusta rin mo interview si Peter?
During sa programa nila sa
Was it like last week or this week
last
or what?
week. Last week.
I was before I left, I had a meeting with all of them. All of them. Ang pinaka-importante yun, ang ako lang ipastoryahan, na may istorya ka o set up, nga na formality will follow. What is important is substance. What is the substance? Bring the 10th floor up. That's the substance. Now, talk about money. Money is there. And in fact, it's bringing in and it's being received. That's another one. Set up Ricky Dake knows and Bob Marquez about it. And therefore, when you talk about formalities, it will follow. The most important thing right now is have the 3 floors and then without City Hall being involved. No corruption assured. No corruption. Because if corruption will be, balumakan ako, I'm very strict, then nilang consulting kaming malingaw ba na sila nako. I'm very sure I've been passionately begging for money for this whole entity to be finished. And then another one, which is the medical wellness, I call it command center, diabetic, cancer, and heart center on the other side. And definitely connect na siya ang CCMC with that building. And in fact, we're seeing, I do not know kung kanang city link, kung ilan lang ihatag na to, hindi na matag na to. Then the whole area will become a medical, it becomes a medical city. Medical city. Yes, the whole area. It becomes a medical city. And now, sahay, na mag-pirmi mag-doubt, ay lagi mag-doubt. Tabangin ninyong mayor. Tabangin. Kaya kung ang inyong utok, duda, kung may magkinangan, transfer mo laing syudad, ang ingon ako. Kaya ang mayor, clear kayo, hadigid mo undang. Magpabagag na sa akong mga kaila, ang akong mga kaila, mga bilyon na dollar man eh. Dili man isla basta-basta. Yeah, I can beg for a noble intention. And what's a noble intention? Making the life of the poor better, the middle class comfortable, and the rich to share. At doon na dito sa share, mo na nga along that direction, unstoppable po anak. Only God can stop me actually. And definitely, I wish they will all be praying by being an optimist that this is going to be. Ako mismo, I'm looking forward. Luoy magtanaw good. Wala muna sila ka feel nga. Ang akong text, bisag kadlaw, abday man na. So may nasa text na ko, Mayor, wa man jud restated ang amuang singa na kaning tambal. Kinalaan mig tambal, Mayor. Giundang ang pharmacy. Ikaduwa, Mayor, di mami pasudlon diri. Patuon mami laing hospital. Wa mi down payment. Ikatulo, ako na sa mga manawag ana. Ikatulo, Mayor, kanang gawas na mi sa hospital. Napami utang. Ako na siya manawag sa hospital. Pagkain yung promissory note, katanaw na to sa kutob ang tiyam. Ang worst yun, Mayor, tako na kayo may utang, patay pa. Dili i-release sa hospital. Ito ka mo nga, that are the things that I have been actually receiving and absorbing. Karon, release na. Ikabot na dito sa funeral parlor, dili maatiman. Kinahanglan mga nasag down payment. The worst, dili malubong. Di malubong kay kuwang pa ang bayad diya sa balay, diinto, gihaya, mismo sa St. Peter, sa mga funeral parlor na pay balansi. So sa samot at mga pobre town, dili masud sa nitso, kay way kwarta para nitso. These are the things that the mayor is receiving, and I cannot agree as mayor of the city of Cebu. Munang kumain mo pa lang, ingnan ako na sila mag-produce ta og lungon. Ikaduha, aron ni magbuhat atong kaugalingong minteryo. Ano man mga minteryo ba? Ano ito malisod-lisurun maning pobre? Di ko gusto anak kay ang ako laging mission is to bring the unimaginative poor, emancipate the unimaginative, emancipate the poor from the bondage of poverty. That is my passion. That is my direction. That is our direction. Singapore like Cebu City. So that one day you will go around Cebu City River with Mel Feliciano, with Simato, and all the commanders here will bring back what we call the glory of a beautiful yesterday's pristine, clean, and with a 3-meter easement now being a walkable area. But coastal, beautiful coastal, with high-rise building, and wherever it is going to be possible, mga medium-rise, high-rise, na we will be able to accommodate. Mayroong mga unit, may bayad. Sunod na ay rent. Sunod, rent to own. I mean, that is my, and I wish, kaning nakadungog aning ato ang Ingna'ng Mayor, ayaw lang Ingna'ng Mayor, tabangi ang Mayor. Tabangi ang Mayor. Dili kay Ingna'ng Mayor, tabangi ang Mayor. Kadungog aning ato ang Ingna'ng Mayor, ayaw
Ingna'ng
lang
Mayor
Ingna'ng
nga mo
Mayor, tabangi ang Mayor. Correct. Correct. Ingna'ng Mayor nga tabangi. Dili kay Ingna'ng Mayor, dili kay tabangi ang Mayor. Kanang gingalan na to ang Ingna'ng Mayor. Saway. Ayaw
Ingna'ng
lang
Mayor nga mo
manaway. Tabangi. Correct. Tabangi ang mga way. Dili kay Ingna'ng Mayor. Dili kay tabangi.
Mayor, last question na ay pahabol diri nga pangutana regarding
Sige.
muhang pagtaktak ni Daluz, in which Daluz was also repeating this one, tungod sa imuhang plano to privatize MCWD. Unsa man gyud katinuuran ani Mayor Mike nga nagsige man balik-balik ang issue sa privatization?
Sa tinuod, balik ko lagi ako. Ayaw mo balik-balik ka ng tak-tak. Downgraded na to start with, ha? Downgraded. Siya pa ng downgraded. He has to get out as chairman, and then a new chairman which will carry my trust and confidence. I have been very clear. I do not have any more my respect to Joey Daluz when it comes to trust and confidence. Number 2, that's why precisely I don't want to rock the boat by just downgrading. He will still be there. He can even finish, but definitely with a new setup, I will definitely be as the mayor, start to tell them these are the direction. But talking about privatization, wala yun na sa kong utok. Wala. Naamagaling kasi kabuhat na ilan na nang gibuhat og rason. Karon jud maka-hold on sila. Unya tingali mo na ilahang kaning kanang battle cry diya sa MCWD. Kibaw man ang taga MCWD nga kana silang mga naadya mga board. Tapos kanus araman na silang kaila ba? Well, ako 1980s pa na kaila ng MCWD nako. Bilma. Bakang ano? Kaya ako man tayo chairman sa RUIB. Kiba ba ko si RUIB? Na ako'y opisina na, lingkuranan, nasa TISDA, Regional Utility Industry Board. Okay? Ako'y chairman sa region. In fact, pag-abot sa national na, I was the vice president for the Visayas. Kanang RUIB. How did I get into RUIB? It is because I've been the personal manager of WACO, Cebu Oxygen Acetylene Corporation. Nya kanang RUIB muna siya entity comprising all utilities. Utilities na diyang BECO, na diyang mga Baselco, Fuselco, Norico, na diyang tanan mga cooperative were into electricity. And then na diya ang tubig. Na diya in fact kanang mga power which include globe, etc., etc. It is a very potent utility board that discusses about power. And I was that chairman. Hence, kung tunaw-naon, kailan kay ko mga tao diya personnel manager because they sit in the discussion sa RUIB. And later on, I was able to establish a very good relationship with Father Silva, na mao say manager diha. And then I ended up being there. In fact, at the office of Father Silva, talking and then communicating with all the MCWD employees. In addition, kibalong kay ng MCWD, Victor Chong, na diya si Imot, kanang mga karaan ng mga unionista ba, kaning Vilma, nga kada na ay mga activities, anniversary sa MCWD, imbitahon pa na nila. At tuon ko na, bisag tuwa pa na sa Lapu-Lapu. Tuwa ko dito, ana. Yes. Apil po ko kaning nagingalan na to fellowship with them. Unya kay pakantahon ko, kantahan sa ko sila. Inana ko kasuod sa MCWD. O dili maghinambog kanang mga ginganan to magkupot sa pwesto. Murag yung all sa pwesto, gaksod yung pag-ayaw. Bisag, wala na tayo gusto. Pahawa taon mo. Kaya kana, pwesto ka na where it carries trust and confidence. Wala yun ay apil ang istorya o kanang makigsangka o sana mayor. Nganong ko taong nasa utok na ko na anong ako manabutangan o kahadlok. I'm not threatened. Mga ita ma-threatened na kinsay na ato ang atubang ni ato. Di lang tamang hinambog. Kay balobitagag unsay nahitabo sa mga naking atbang yun ako. Wa mo kailaing ipakita nila ba? Mamanay pirmen akong istorya. Sama na si Mike Rama. Kana si Mike Rama, kanang ginganlan og you see what you get what you see. Kung sa istorya pa na matigay ko yung proven track record. Marami ko yung track record yun sa tinuoray lang. Akong tuyo lang yun. Klaro kay kong mga precepts. Kanang yung akong philosophy, people, privately driven governance. Dili lang gobyerno, kundi ang katawan yun. Kaya ang katawan, gobyerno, ang gobyerno katawan. Ikadua, ang gingalan na itong advocacy, kanang barangayan, bayanihan, voluntarismo. Kita ni mo na, daghang kitang mga activity. Ang atong project karon because of that kind of kanang advocacy, 600 na nakabuok. Ay pag kita magsige historic MCWD, mangupot pa nun sila og mga proyekto, I will give them a chance to be participating. Last, the ideology. So, man ko, socialist democrats ko, ang akong ground yun, katawhan. Katawhan, kay mao diha ang gahom. O ang katawan, mao diha diin ang Ginoo. Vox populi, vox Dei. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Salus populi is supreme lex. The general welfare is the supreme law. I am being governed by that precepts.
Okay. Mayor Mike, we don't have enough time. Kuwat na sab nato ang taga CCTO.
Welfare
Ang
is
imong
the supreme
mensahe
law.
alang sa mga taga-dakbayan sa
Tabangi lang yun ang mayor. Kanya, kasunman ko, tabangi diyan nahibilin. Kanya, kinahanglan ang mga empleyado, kung naman na sa istoryahan, tagay isang chance nga makabakasyon ninyo mayor. Natanawa sa makalihok mo. Nga man akong itudlo ninyo ba? Be empowered. Participatory, self-reliant, believe in yourself. Because nothing is impossible. That's why natin kantang impossible dream. Diba? With God, nothing is impossible. So please, let's be one. United we stand, divided we fall. Senior Santo Niño, have mercy on us. San Pedro Calungsod, Virgen sa Guadalupe, Virgen sa Lourdes, Mother of Perpetual God, Tanang Santos, have pray for us. Dagang salamat, dagang salamat. Channel na Asibilma Subuanon Channel. PPRMN. Thank you very much sa tanan.
Thank you so much, Mayor Mike Rama, and enjoy your vacation. Ngayong hapon.
Ngayong hapon. Bye-bye. Sunod sa saan. Hopefully.
Bye-bye.
Mayroong tagnayang programa ang city government nga makakagigil sakay para hindi mag-stranded ang mga pasahero. So tama niyo no. Isuking ulan. Isuking sakay, madugay na bukaling-kuliron.
Ingna'ng Mayor.
Kaming mga manindahay diri nga mga ginagmay ra nga naagid tami ka. Bilang kautangan na lang, kausla na lang nga gamay ra og tubo. Sa daghang requirement kay di ba mi kompleto. Amo landing area ra biya ni.
Ingna'ng Mayor.
Samo kay kanang gugot ba wa sila nakaayo kung asa dapita ang kanang ko alam na kanang bike bitaw nila kaning magkasugat-sugat na di hapit maka so na mga kanang mga motor na masuot pa dito nga dagko nga sakyanan samot ka traffic. So why klaro nga kuan ba kung asay mo exit nga mo entrance ana ba.
Ingna'ng Mayor. Oh, Ingna'ng Mayor.
Unsa jud kaning Singapore like Cebu City sa?
Ingna'ng Mayor.